Today, I will be building from top to bottom the UFC 306 card for September 14th in the Sphere. And I don't know if you guys have heard, but the way Dana's been promoting this fight, he's been saying it's going to be the greatest sporting event ever. So obviously he has high expectations. There's going to be some good fights top to bottom. It's going to be stacked. But so far there's been 5 fight announcements, and a few of them I'm not really happy with. So the 5 fights so far: Yasmin Harugui versus Ketlin Souza. And to be honest, as long as this fight is the early prelim opener, I don't mind. Get your Mexican fighters in early on the prelims and stuff. She's pretty good as well. I think she's only lost 1 fight so far, so not bad. But next, what we got? Edgar Chairez versus Kevin Borjas. Edgar Chairez, I'm sure he's Mexican, but we can get bigger names on this card, I'm telling you. We'll see why. I'll show you what we're going to do later. Irene Aldana versus Norma Dumont. Not bad, not bad. Yeah, they like to get in some women's fights in the cards, and this is not a bad one to get in, I guess. Not a bad fight at all. Then Anthony Hernandez versus Michelle Pereira. This is a really good fight also. I'm really happy with this one. Good fight, really good fight. Then Ode Osborne versus Ronaldo Rodriguez. Man, this is where they're starting to ruin it. First of all, I don't know who Ronaldo Rodriguez is. Call me a casual all you want. I've never heard of him before. And Ode Osborne, not very good. But doesn't matter. Today I'm going to be going through the card, starting right now, what I would do and why I should be hired as the new matchmaker. Let's go. Then to open early prelims, as I said in the intro, Ketlin Souza versus Yasmin Harugui. You know what I mean? It's not the craziest fight of all time. It's only the early prelim opener, but Yasmin Harugui, she's Mexican. You know what I mean? She's decent prospect. She's only got 1 loss. Yeah, nothing much to say about this fight. Not bad, not a bad fight at all. But I'm only really happy with this early prelim opener, or some of the early prelims, I guess. But yeah, not so bad. Then yeah, let's get into the next fight. Next fight on the early prelims: Manuel Torres versus Ludovic Klein. I was gassed when I came up with this fight, Manuel Torres on a 6-fight win streak, all by first round finish. And pretty much all the wins in his career, I think, are by finish, if not all of them. I'm not too sure, to be honest, but yeah, this guy's Mexican. I'm sure, a lot of people are going to want to come in early to see this guy get the arena a bit packed on, a bit early on, which, when you see other pay-per-views and stuff, it only starts really getting packed to the main card, which I hate. I really hate that. So yeah, hopefully a few more fans will come in early for this one. This is a fight to tune in for. Ludovic Klein on a good 4-fight win streak as well. And whoever wins this fight sets themselves up nicely for a ranked opponent whenever for their next fight. Off the top of my head right now, obviously this could change, but maybe Jalen Turner or something like that. But obviously things are going to change. But yeah, if this is the only the second fight of the early prelims, you can only imagine how the rest of the card's going to look. So let's get on to the next fight. Next fight on the early prelims: Raul Rosas Jr. versus Raoni Barcelos. So we all knew Rosas was going to be on this card somewhere, but I think the UFC they ideally want to give him a winnable fight, but also someone who has a pretty big name, if you know what I mean. They want to like build him up slowly. He's becoming a star in the Mexican, what do you call it? The Mexican market, I guess. So yeah, if he wins this, he's looking at ranked opponents next, and very winnable fight. Both guys coming off wins. So yeah, very good fight. And I bet you, I have a weird feeling the UFC are trying to put him on the main card, but I don't think he deserves that spotlight yet. Build him up slowly and surely. But yeah, good fight on the early prelims. Last fight on the early prelims: Kelvin Gastelum versus Edmund Shabazian. You telling me this isn't a crazy early prelims? But what do the UFC have so far? They're gonna have Edgar Chairez, Kevin Borjas, and what? Ode Osborne and who's he fighting again? Ronaldo Rodriguez. Look at this compared to that. This is so much better already. And yeah, the reason Kelvin Gastelum is on the early prelims, he just missed weight. I'm sure Dana's not going to want to give him too high of a spotlight right now. He's not happy with him. And he also missed weight, so he has to fight at middleweight, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if that's a rule or, he might as well just do it. But yeah, I'm not going to lie, there are more exciting fights at welterweight for him. But yeah, make a fight at middleweight, he just missed weight. Makes sense. This is a really good fight. Both guys coming off wins as well. Whoever wins this is looking at maybe one more fight before they look at the rankings. So yeah, banging early prelims ready. Let's get into the prelims now. So to kick off the prelims then, as I said in the intro, also Aldana versus Dumont. I predicted this fight before it got announced as well. Just goes to show I'm ahead of the curve. I know what these guys are doing. So, Dana White, sign me please. I'll do a good job for you. But yeah, this fight, the winner could low-key get a title shot. Maybe not a title shot, but they will be close to a title shot anyways. Maybe not Aldana. Maybe a couple more fights after if she wins. But Dumont, if she with a win here, she could probably be, I don't know, a fight off a title shot maybe. So yeah, and you know they like to get their women's fights in. It's better to do it with a Mexican as well. So not bad fight, not a bad fight. You know they're both ranked, so I don't mind this to be honest as a prelim opener. Not bad. On to the next fight. Second fight on the prelims then. Peyton Talbot versus Adrian Yanez. Peyton Talbot called for this fight after his win at 303, and I think it makes perfect sense. Yanez coming off a nice KO win, especially coming off two pretty bad losses previous to that fight. So I think this makes all the sense in the world. If he wins, if he gets a really good win, Yanez, he could be looking at the rankings again. But if Talbot wins, he's 100% gonna get a ranked opponent. Who knows, against maybe Font, Bautista, something like that. Who knows against you? Hard to tell right now again, but yeah. I think this makes all the sense. Yanez is Mexican, I'm pretty sure. His flag's American, but I'm sure ethnically he might be Mexican. So yeah, good fight on the prelims again. Let's see what's next. Another fight on the prelims then. Yair versus Ige. Don't get me wrong, right? I think this is a really good fight to make, given that Yair is Mexican. Ige called to fight on the spear. It's a great fight also, but the main problem I have with this fight, right, is that at February right now, there's too many contenders, and you know we've got many fighters who deserve to be fighting for title elimination belts and stuff. So I don't think it's the best idea to maybe push Ige up the rankings, but at the same time, there's not really many other opponents Ige can fight. Lerone Murphy, but that wouldn't make much sense for the sphere, you know what I mean? So I guess it makes sense to just do Yair. But what I will do, I will make another video soon, matchmaking featherweight, what makes sense right now, because you got a lot of contenders and stuff there. So I'll do the best possible matchmaking for featherweight after this. So yeah, might as well do this fight. I'm sure we'll figure something out. Then yeah, let's see what's next. For the last fight on the prelims, Anthony Hernandez versus Michel Pereira. Really good fight. Props to the UFC for this. Good fight. But at the same time, they did make this fight along with Ode Osbourne versus Ronaldo Rodriguez, so I can't give them the full credit for it. But fair play, fair play. I was gonna put Anthony Hernandez on this card anyways. I bet they're trying to put him on the main card though, which I guess is not the worst thing to do. But he's on my prelims. We'll see how good my main card is. We'll see. But yeah, Hernandez coming off that sub of a Kopylov. Michel Pereira coming off like 5 30-second KOs or subs. Sick fight. Hernandez is fighting a similar stylistic fight to his last fight though, Kopylov and Pereira. Real similar. So this kind of favors Hernandez, especially having the Mexican crowd on his side and stuff. It's probably a good fight for him, but who knows? Pereira's been knocking everyone out left, right and centre and subbing them. So, good fight. On to the main card now. Main card opener. Lopez versus Evloev 2. Now, I was thinking of doing the Ortega fight, but at the same time, I think Lopez has put himself in a position where he deserves a title elimination bout now. But I think Ortega, if Lopez was to get the win over Ortega, don't get me wrong, I think that he can warrant a title shot for that, but I think this makes it more definitive for Lopez if you ask me. I think Evloev is ranked higher, he's undefeated, and this would give Lopez the opportunity to get back his only loss in the UFC. So this would give him a more clear title shot, more reasonable, I'd say. So title elimination bout on the main card opener. Can't complain at all. Really good fight. I scored Evloev 29-28 in their first fight. Really close though. Pretty clear 2-1 though, but I think you might have to favour Lopez in a rematch, to be honest. And yeah, really good fight. Winner can get a title shot next. Let's see what's next. Second fight on the main card. My GOAT Charles versus Gamrot. I've heard rumors of Charles fighting in Abu Dhabi. He posted like some cryptic Instagram posts of him like fighting in the other side of the world. My next destination is on the other side of the world, something like that. I can't remember, but I wouldn't mind that. To be honest, like if Arman can't make Abu Dhabi, then realistically, you should probably give the shot to Gamrot. But I'm not gonna lie, I don't really want to see that. I think Charles has some good things for Islam, even though he lost the first fight, but whatever. But at the same time, though, if Arman does some anti-bullying campaign thing, he's able to fight in Abu Dhabi according to suspension date. So, yeah. If not, put this fight on the main card of 306. They're not necessarily Mexican, but it doesn't matter where Charles fights. He will get a crowd pop wherever he goes. And I guess he's kind of from that side of the world, South America, Brazil, Mexico. You know what I mean? He'll get a pop regardless. So not a bad fight. If Arman's able to make the fight for 308 Abu Dhabi, then I think this fight makes perfect sense. If Gamrot wins, he's next for sure. If Charles wins, depending on circumstances, he could get a title shot as well. But most likely you'll need one more win to get a title shot. But yeah, banging main card so far. Let's see what's next. Featured fight of the main card. Grasov vs Shevchenko 3. You might be thinking where I'm going with this. Spoiler alert, there's 3 title fights. We know Grasov Shevchenko is going to happen. I bet the UFC are planning to make this co-main event, main event. It better not be main event. I hope not. I don't think they will. But this is my featured fight. Not much to say. My co-main event. Wow, main event. Now, just look at this card as a whole. You can't tell me the UFC are going to make a better card than this. There's no way. You can't get. I don't think you can get much better than this, to be honest. So Poirier vs Holloway. In my opinion, this is my most anticipated fight of the whole year. I actually can't wait for that fight. I know they're definitely going to make it next. It's just a matter of when they're going to do it. I'm not sure if they're going to do it for the Sphere. I hope they do. You might as well go all out for this card. Maybe they do it 307 or something. I don't know. Hopefully not. But this is the perfect whole card in my opinion. I mean, look at the co-main as well. Umani vs Merab. At first I had this as main event, but I was thinking about it. I don't think they're going to go to the Sphere again. Go all out. You can still, you might be thinking, if you have 3 title fights on this card, so many stars on this card, but what are you going to do for the next pay-per-views? 307, 308 and that. 307, Alex Pereira vs Jamal Hill. Ankalaev. Perfect main event. And there's no way Pereira's not going to take that fight. And if Ankalaev doesn't take that fight, then screw his title shot. I don't even think he really deserves it that much right now. It's just the fact that he's pretty much the only one left at light heavyweight. That's the main reason he's getting the title shot in my opinion. But yeah, Pereira vs Ankalaev at 307. 308, Islam vs Sarikian. Perfect. Sarikian just needs to do some anti-bullying campaign and he'll be ready to fight at Abu Dhabi. 309, Jones Stipe. Jones has talked many times about fighting at 309, even though it's not really the fight people want to see. I don't think there's anyone who wants to see Jones with Stipe rather than Aspinall, but hey, that's another thing I'd do. I'd make Jones with Aspinall instead of Jones with Stipe as matchmaker, but yeah, you can't do much. Dana's proper stubborn with John Jones, so yeah. Then by the time 310 comes around, I'm sure all the champions will be fine to fight again. I'm sure O'Malley or Topuria will be able to fight at 310. Even Pereira will be able to fight again. Leon Edwards will be able to fight again at 310. So I think this makes all the sense in the world. I honestly think this card might be 300 level, to be honest. I think the main card is 100% better than 300. Maybe, 300 had Gaethje Holloway, fair enough, but look, Cody Brundage and who do you fight? Bo Nickel, Cody Brundage, Bo Nickel, Weili, and Yan Xiaonan. Grasov Shevchenko is better than Weili versus Yan Xiaonan, for sure. And Lopez Evloev is better than Brundage, Nickel, like, no debate. You can definitely argue, not the prelims for sure, definitely not the prelims, but still, man, these prelims are still really good. Prelims and early prelims, so yeah, I think I did a really good job here. Some people may say, where's Moreno? He said he's taking a break for now, but if the UFC value him enough to fight on this card, he's ready to fight. Fine, he can replace one of these fights, I guess, if they value him that much. If he wants to come back, just make a fight Albazi. Albazi said he's injured, he'll return by then. So I think that makes sense. Yeah, let me know any improvements I can make, any fights I may have left out. But I'm really happy with this card, and there's no way the UFC are going to match this card, I promise. I bet we're going to be disappointed with the card, especially compared to this. So let's see what they do. Yeah, thank you guys. This is my card. Bye.